Hey guys, welcome back to our channel Stalk My Closet. If you haven't subscribed our channel yet, then do hit the subscribe button and also click the bell icon to get the new video notification. और अगर आप हमारे वीडियोस हिंदी में देखना चाहते हैं तो हमारे दूसरे चैनल इजी स्विंग ट्यूटोरियल्स पर देख सकते हैं. चैनल का लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में है. So let's get started. For today's project, I'm using 2 meter chambray fabric and it has this beautiful cutwork embroidery on the bottom. And this is the measurement I'm using. You can adjust it according to your requirement. I've cut out the required length, that is 40 inch, including leftover fabric under the embroidery for seam allowance. For shoulder, take half of shoulder width. In my measurement, shoulder width is 13.5 inch, so half of it is 6.75 inch. Neck width is 3 inch. Mark half inch downwards for shoulder slope and join it to the neck width point. Mark half of armhole round, that is 7 inch in my measurement. I'm deducting half inch as this is sleeveless dress. I'll just extend this point. Mark 1 inch inwards and join it to the shoulder slope as well. From the top, mark a point at 10.5 inch, 14 inch and 21 inch. For chest, I'm adding 2 inch of ease. In my measurement, chest round is 31 inch. 31 plus 2 is 33 and dividing it by 4, I'll get 8.25 inch. For bust, I'm adding 3 inch of ease. In my measurement, bust round is 32 inch. 32 plus 3 is 35 and dividing it by 4, I'll get 8.75 inch. For waist, I'm adding 2 inch of ease. In my measurement, waist round is 28 inch. 28 plus 2 is 30 and dividing it by 4, I'll get 7.5 inch. For hip, I'm adding 3 inch of ease. In my measurement, hip round is 37 inch. 37 plus 3 is 40 and dividing it by 4, I'll get 10 inch. I'm making A-line dress and for that you need to take bottom round measurement 4 inch, 5 inch or 6 inch more than the hip round measurement to get that A-line shape. So now I'll just keep the measuring tape on the chest and join it to the bottom round, leaving around half inch for seam allowance. And I'll get A-line dress. I've marked these measurements to make sure I have enough ease on the body's part as well. So now I'll just join chest to the bottom round. I'm adding seam allowance. Now I'll draw front and back armhole curves. Now for neckline, neck width is 3 inch. Front neck depth is 7 inch, adding half inch for seam allowance. Again mark neck width point, that is 3 inch and join these points. Back neck depth is 5 inch, again adding half inch for seam allowance and mark neck width point, that is 3 inch. I'm making round shape for both front and back. So this is the marking for A-line dress. Now I'll cut it. So I've cut the back neckline, now I'll separate the back. Again fold the front side and I'll cut the front neckline. So cutting off my dress is complete. Now I'll stitch it. On the front bodies, mark shoulder to waist length. This is center line. I'll be adding button placket and ruffle on the front. For button placket, I have cut out the piece from the same fabric. Length is slightly more than this measurement and I have taken width .75 inch. I'll just fold and iron the seam allowance on all 4 sides. And for ruffle, just measure this line. This is around 8.25 inch and multiply it by 2.5 inch or 3 inch according to the volume of gathers you want. So I've cut out the strip and I did picot on one side and I have overlocked the other side, and to add gathers I made basting stitch. Now I'll picot the other side, and for that I'm using this picot foot. Take wrong side of fabric and insert it into the picot foot. Now I'll make the basting stitch on the overlock side. Just select the highest stitch length on your sewing machine and make a straight stitch. So I made a basting stitch. Now pull the bobbin thread and adjust gathers according to your requirement. I have attached ruffle to the body's neckline. Just place the ruffle on the bodies and make a stitch. Now I'll just place this button placket on the ruffle and I'll make a stitch on edges. And I have cut out these pieces from embroidery to use them as button. So I have attached the button placket and this is how it looks. Now I'll finish the front neckline, and for that I've cut out the piece of same fabric as facing. Attach bodies and facing right sides together and make a stitch on the wrong side of the bodies in the neckline shape. So I made a stitch. Now trim the facing fabric in the neckline shape and fold and iron the seam allowance towards the wrong side of the neckline. I'll finish back neckline using bias tape. Just place the bias tape on the neckline, right sides together, and make a stitch. So I have attached bias tape. Now fold it towards the back side. Like this, and make a stitch on the inner edge. So I made a stitch. Now I'll just trim the excess fabric and I'll make the final fold and stitch it after stitching the shoulder slopes. So I have folded and pinned up the facing. I'll do invisible hemming later on. Now I have marked shoulder to waist length and I've extended this point. Now I'll be adding this elastic. This is 0.25 inch wide elastic. I'll add it on the waist. Fold the elastic by half and mark the center. I've marked center point on the waist as well. Now match both centers and pin up the elastic. Now you can make stitch on the center of the elastic or on the top and the bottom side. It's your choice. Match starting points. Just secure the thread. Now hold the center point and stretch the elastic. Just keep the elastic on the marked line and make a stitch. So I have added elastic and this is how it looks. I have attached elastic on both front and back, and I have also stitched these buttons, and I did invisible hemming also. Here I have used double stitch, and on the back I have used single stitch, and this is how it looks. So I have shown you both a double stitch and single stitch on elastic. You can choose whichever you like better. Now place the front on the back, right sides together, and I'll stitch shoulder slope on both sides, and I'll also finish armholes using bias tape as I did for the back neckline. I've stitched shoulder slopes and I've also finished armholes on both sides. Now I'll finish the bottom round. Just double fold the fabric and make a straight stitch. Lastly, I'll stitch the side fitting seam on both sides. Similarly, I'll stitch the other side. So with this, my dress is ready and this is how it looks. I hope you like this pattern. It's perfect for summers. You can make lots of variation in this as well. And if you try this pattern, do share with us on Facebook or Instagram. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Till then, take care. Bye bye.